guys, it's your girl Brianna Nick, and I'm back with another video. With today, I just want to drop a quick word of encouragement in your spirit. And to be quite honest, God really switched things up on me today, because I was hoping to do a day in my life video, but yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to do that another day. But he laid on my heart to do the feeding of the 5,000. Yeah, so we're just gonna get right into this word. It says at verse 13, when Jesus heard about it, he withdrew from there by boat to a remote place to be alone. When the crowds heard this, they followed him on foot from the towns. When he went ashore, he saw a large crowd, had compassion on them, and healed their sick. When evening came, the disciples approached him and said, "This place is deserted, and it is already late. Send the crowds away so that they can go into the villages and buy food for themselves. They don't need to go away." Jesus told them, "You give them something to eat." "But we only have 5 loaves and 2 fish here," they said to him. "Bring them here to me," he said. Then he commanded the crowds to sit down on the grass. He took the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to heaven, he blessed them. He broke the loaves and gave them to the disciples, and the disciples gave them to the crowd. Everyone ate and was satisfied. They picked up 12 baskets full of leftover pieces. Now those who ate were about 5,000 men, besides women and children. So yeah, I know everybody know the story of God feeding the 5,000, but it's so much that you can get out of that. And I just want to share with you guys, what I got from that, and I just pray that it's a blessing to you all. So the first thing that I got is that solitude brings peace. God went off to a space to be alone, and it's in that time to where he had to seek his Father, and when it comes to that, being in solitude, you receive that peace that you need. It's like you can't get it nowhere else but being in solitude. Another thing I just wanted to share with you guys is that sometimes, and don't mind me, I have my notes here, but sometimes you must seek God in your secret place. We have to go off to the secret place to seek God. Wherever your secret place is if it's your prayer closet, if it's in your car while you driving to work, if it's in the bathroom while you working, wherever you go to seek God, that's where you need to continue to go to reach him, to petition to him, to give over to him what you need, what you are designed from him. It's in the seeking that you receive the word. It's in the seeking that you receive your needs. It's in the seeking that you receive all that God has for you. When you seek God, when you truly go to him in prayer, when you truly petition your requests up unto him, when you truly let him know, I'm in need of this, and not only seeking him for the need of something, but seeking him knowing that he will fulfill what you're asking of him. Another thing that I got from that is that God provides at just the right time. Y'all, have y'all ever been in a situation where y'all are in need of a blessing? No matter if it's a financial blessing, no matter if it's a physical blessing, no matter what it is that you're needing God to do, it's just like at the right time, God moves on your behalf. Us as people, we can tend to, be like, Lord, you got me waiting. I'm waiting for you to move. But it's like he moves in his time, not in our timing. And his timing is divine. His timing is right on time. He's never late. He's never too early. He's right on time. And you got to remember that if he's done it before, he'll do it again for you. So there's nothing that God can't do. But that wasn't in my notes, but there's just something that I wanted to speak to you guys on. And another thing I got from that is that he desires to take care of their needs. He has a desire to meet their needs. So that means that if he has a desire to meet their needs, what more can he do for you? That means he has a desire to do the same for you as well. So With God, you have all that you need. He didn't only feed them physically, they was fed spiritually too. Did y'all catch that? He didn't only feed them physically, they was spiritually fed too. Because he knew that they had a need to be fed. A need to receive something of him. He had exactly what they needed, but he had it in abundance. Okay? So they received way more than what they were seeking God for. All right. So another thing, it shows the obedience and the compassion of God. God had a compassionate posture about himself. You know, he had a love for them like no other. He desired to make sure that they got exactly what they needed. Like, he knew they was in need of something to eat, but he knew they was in need of his presence. Okay? So, marinate on that just a little bit. But just know that there was also an obedience that took place when it came to the disciples, because he used the disciples to feed the crowd. When he chose to have them to bring him the 5 fish and, y'all forgive me, the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, he saw that they were obedient to him. It shows like how you have to be obedient to God, you know? Like, that's a sacrifice in itself, being obedient. But it's like you have to have a willing spirit to do it. You have to want to be obedient. And through the disciples, he used them to fulfill what he had already done. But they were used as his vessel to get it done. And sometimes God will do that. He will use us in this life to fulfill something that he wants us to do. It's through us that he uses us to get the glory. But we have to have a willing spirit. We have to have a desire to please God. Okay? So, yeah, that's what I got from the feeding of the 5,000. I just pray that this word is a blessing and encouragement to you. I pray that you have a blessed and prosperous day. And may you continue to have a blessed week. In the meantime, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace, love, and blessings, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.